Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the famous book of adventure, Land of Stories, written by the famous one and only Arthur Chris Colfer. This story is about two regular siblings, just like the rest of us, named Alex and Connor. They lived with their mother, and their grandmother came for visits a lot of times. Their father had just recently died in a car accident, and they tried to make the best of the situation. Life was really hard for them, but as they grew to the age of 13, their grandmother gave them a book for a present. Now, this book wasn't just an ordinary book, but Connor and Alex didn't know that, so they just said thank you. A few weeks later, Alex became curious of what the book held inside of it. So she put her hand on top of it, and she got magically transformed into the other world. Now you see, Connor didn't know what happened to his sister, so he went inside her room, and he found the Land of Stories opened, glowing. He was wondering what had happened to his sister and why was the book glowing. So he too put his hand on top of the book and got transformed into the other world with his sister Alex. So he reached there and he was wondering where he was, and then he heard noises from the bushes. He was scared to death. He didn't know who it was because he had no idea what held in this world. The person came out of the bush and he realized it was his sister, Alex! He was so happy to see a familiar face. Then Alex and Connor started questioning where they were and how did they get there. You won't believe this, but next they saw a tree just like this one. They realized it was the tree that Rapunzel grew in, so they went inside. And who knows? They could have seen anybody, but they saw no one. Alex and Connor searched and searched for days to find someone, but they saw no one. Finally, they saw a frog. But this wasn't any ordinary frog. It was a frog that could talk. Yes, a frog that talked. And so they asked him where they were. And of course he told them, we are in the Land of Stories. So they grew quite familiar to this frog, and they became friends over the days. And then they went to Sleeping Beauty's home and saw a rose just like this one. Also, they found out from Sleeping Beauty that Cinderella was holding her baby's birthday. And so they went because they got invited. And you won't believe what happened next. The fairy godmother came. So here's where I stopped. The fairy godmother turned to face the children. She was a beautiful old woman with kind eyes and a radiant smile. Her hair was a light brown and was worn up in a gorgeous hairdo. The twins froze. Grandma? Alex gasped. Oh, I'm so glad you're all right, their grandmother said, and rushed over to the twins. She gave them the biggest and longest hug they had ever received from her. Your mother and I have been so worried. The twins didn't hug her back. They couldn't believe that their grandmother was fairy godmother. Then they realized, Grandmother, are we royalty? Was our father related to Cinderella? And their grandmother gave them the biggest smile you could ever receive. She said, yes, you guys are related to Cinderella. This is why you guys were able to transform from the book to this world, your second world. Since Alex and Connor realized they were royalty, they asked their grandmother, can we come back here? And she said, the book only opens after your 13th birthday and on birthdays. So you can only come back when it's your 14th birthday and so on. Alex and Connor was so happy. They went straight back home. and they gave their mother the biggest hug ever. If you guys are interested in finding out what happens next, I really think you should read. And so on from the second book to the third. The second book is an awesome book, just like the first one. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you had a great time. Enjoy reading. Bye!